So Zauce, Walking Dead, season 3, motherfucker. Zauce. Alright, I'll be like...
Wait, are we allowed to tell people what happened?
Yes, okay, spoiler alert.
Wait,
we are talking about
everywhere.
season 3, episode 1. If you haven't watched it and you want to watch it, then...
do so now.
Yeah, either don't listen to this or get ready for spoilers.
So let's just start from the beginning and like...
At first, I was kind of like, Zauce, this is slow.
Because they didn't say anything for like 5 minutes at least.
Until the opening cutscene.
It was still very tense.
But you know what they did? They were just like building like where the characters are now, and I thought that was appropriate.
Yeah, but like even after that was just like one of those talking episodes. I thought it was going to start off.
Like, because I think The Walking Dead does like a lot of really good like cinematic and like artistic things, and like they did a good job of just like establishing like.
They don't even need to talk. They're so well trained now.
But the first thing I noticed was that Carl was more intense.
That's probably the first thing.
Carl didn't cause any problems this entire episode.
Actually, yeah, Carl was not a.
He was useful.
He was. Whoa.
Dale was useful too, and Jimmy was.
Jimmy.
So the episode's obviously, if you've seen this, obviously starts out with all characters coming back, and they're in a house, and they're just like...
We're not giving a synopsis.
Oh, we're not giving a synopsis?
No.
I mean, it would be better because...
They've already
watched it.
I know.
Alright, Matt,
Shut up. No, but then we can talk about it.
We're talking about it right now.
So I think the part we started most realizing how intense it was is when they start going through the prison yard, just clearing things out.
They're just like chilling and having fun.
Because all of them were just extremely intense.
They were all too good.
I think,
like except Carol's fuck
but they had all winter to work on stuff.
I think what they're going to do with the winter thing is they're going to have flashbacks. Like in season 3.
They haven't had any flashbacks so far except with Shane and Otis.
Oh.
Wait, what were those again?
They just flashback on when Shane saved Rick.
But I mean, it would give them more like...
They don't need flashbacks. They just Zauce in like 5 prison
But
guys.
Personally, as a viewer, I want to know what winter was like, because I feel like that would be so intense.
It was probably...
Well, they all ended up malnourished and nobody died, so nothing really happened that exciting.
They just got better at shooting.
Why do you think they didn't start, like, in the wintertime?
Probably because filming would have been way more Zauce and stuff.
Yeah, they'd have to deal with... Plus, what happened?
Like
and
I
then
don't think winter's ever going to get covered.
No.
Probably not.
They'll probably talk about
there's
stuff.
nothing to really go back to.
Unless, like, they don't have anywhere else to go and there's like, we gotta go back and figure out some way to move the plot.
Actually, and it doesn't snow excessively in Georgia anyway.
Either way, it doesn't matter about the snow. I'm pretty sure they could get some fake snow.
Not that much. Alright,
it was... Yeah, because they're all alive. So.
Yeah.
And then they go into the prison, and that was just the most...
I like the fact that they use, like, the whole, like, fencing, like, killing the zombies through the fence. Why didn't they do that before?
Because they never had the opportunity. All the other fences were just, like, the basin.
No, they had some... Like, when they were in Atlanta, there were probably a couple of times.
Atlanta had, like, 1 million zombies.
Yeah, there was no time.
After... Because there were only so few zombies. If there were a bunch of zombies rolling in, then they would have just knocked the fence over like they did when Shane died.
But, like...
well, that was like a wooden...
Wait, but remember whenever... It was like the 4th episode or so, and Rick's in Atlanta, and he's like stuck behind a fence, and all those zombies are like, well, fuck him. He's in an alley, you know what I'm talking about?
He's scared, and it's like the first season.
Oh, yeah.
but still... Rick was being a dick, though.
But like, he was such a badass, too, and he was just basically running and shooting at them in the head.
I feel like he's just tired of Laurie's shit.
Probably. Well, Laurie was...
The pressure's getting to him.
He wasn't as much of a dick as I expected from what they left off of.
Yeah.
He's like, this is no longer a democracy.
Yeah.
So I expected him to just like be like, you shut up, do this now.
He was just more of a leader. And then as far as Laurie's concerned, she's kind of a slut, so I don't feel bad for her.
But,
I don't.
Wait, alright, another like thing that I kind of predict. I feel like it could be Shane's baby. Because they did have sex.
It is.
No, I mean Shane, but Rick's baby. Because they did have sex a couple of times. Like,
1, it doesn't matter whose baby it is. 2, it would be Shane's because of how the time works out. Rick wasn't.
But I thought she found out she was pregnant. She found out she wasn't getting her period like a month probably after Rick came back. So it's still a possibility.
She noticed before that, and then the only way she knew she wasn't pregnant is when Maggie and Glenn got the pregnancy test. So it's obviously Shane because they've been saucing around. Either way, the baby's probably dead anyway, so who knows?
Who knows? But
and the whole talking about the new aspect of zombie, the armor fricks.
That was pretty intense.
What if there's like a section in the prison that's all just like security guards and they're all infected?
Maggie discovered how you kill them.
But
but
if there's like, even if there's 10,
the face masks do stop them from biting.
That's true.
So it's
and they wear gloves.
So it's they kind of suck more.
I feel like they're gonna be like a few of them in a bunch of like normal basins. So like it's something you have to watch out for, and like it's a hurdle to fight. But there's still all these other bitches that they're just like, shit.
Also, I noticed this the other day, but why do they always call it zombie herds rather than hordes?
I thought
horde was standard.
Horde is like generic, yeah, but maybe they call it herds just to not be generic.
Because they just kind of wander. Like a horde implies like organized.
Years of war. They just kind of
like
move in packs. They kind of move like packs of sheep or something.
Can we call them a gaggle of zombies?
Sure.
Call them.
There were a high amount of gaggling zombies in the prison.
Man,
all the basins that are just like looking
and it was a lot more action packed. Like, how fun would it be to just like shoot zombies without any concern that you're gonna get hurt?
Yeah, that'd be good. And then going into the scary dark.
Well, before that, when they're like shooting in the field and like Rick is sniping and they're behind the fence, just
as long as you don't
people.
shoot anyone, you're good.
Yeah, but they're all good at shooting now.
And Carol almost took off one of freaking Rick's toes.
I'm surprised Maggie and Glenn didn't stay separated for longer. Like, that just kind of fixed itself. I guess since Herschel got bit.
Wait, why were they separated?
Because the zombies intercepted them.
Do you think that's actually the whole, like...
Oh, true.
Getting Herschel's, like, leg cut off is actually going to prevent...
I feel like it's going to.
Yeah.
They
like,
did it soon enough.
Yeah. It's like the first episode.
But I don't know. That could have been, like, dying and not just passing out. Kind of hard to say.
I think
that's passive.
Rick did that fast. He didn't even like think. He's like, "Well, I'm gonna cut your leg off now."
I mean, that was the only way there was to save him.
I wouldn't have thought of that. I would have been like, "We're fucked."
Yeah,
but honestly, in the moment, if that was me, I would have been like, "We're fucked. We don't have a doctor anymore."
I was wondering why.
And for the listeners or viewers, whatever you want to call it, like. We all screamed excessively when Herschel got bitten. Like that was excessive.
It was.
We were just.
It was a slumber party.
What happened to all the zombies that were just there, and then they went back to find Maggie and Glenn, and they just kind of left?
So what do you mean?
There were like 69 zombies.
They just moved on. They go around in circles.
The place seemed like it was like a grid kind of just like a bunch of hallways. So they probably went down the wrong way.
And the basins there, and then the next episode, Zauce. What the fuck?
I didn't know who anyone was in there.
There were like 69 new people,
and then Katana chick, just like
Tijuana. I'm calling her Tijuana until we find out her real name.
All right, she's a badass.
Tijuana. I like the zombies. So you don't think like the two zombies she carries around is actually like her family?
They could be, but I think
most likely it is.
So they're her camels, basically.
Yeah, because like they have backpacks and like they can't infect anyone.
I don't think either of them were like African American or anything.
Yeah, they were.
One was white. One was white. What was white? I thought
they were both pretty black.
No, one was older.
I'm pretty sure one of them's like her dad and one of them's a brother or something. Because one guy looked kind of crusty and old. As far as
but I mean, he's a zombie. He's gonna be crusty. Decrepit.
She was intense.
She was.
I don't like her katana though. I'm not a fan of white.
Wait,
white
the
hilts.
blade?
It was very sharp.
No, I mean it's.
Are you talking about the
no, the hilt?
The hilt. I don't know what it's called.
It's all white.
So who's y'all's favorite like weapon? Because we have like
the katana.
Rick with it. Hold on. We have Rick with his silence pistol thing. Carl with his large obese silence pistol, and then like we got the little pole arm that Glenn has.
Wait,
and then
T-Dog.
T-Dog's using a freaking
T-Dog
fire poker.
They have what are the things that the policemen used to beat protesters?
Nightsticks. Using that.
They got one though.
They kind of picked it up.
Oh,
friggin' Dirk and his like 2-inch. I'm gonna get right up on the zombie murder daggers.
It's how bowmen work.
All right,
these small daggers.
The future, like in general, they have so much to work with. Think about how much we like know backstory. Like Dirk's like brother, Merle. Like he has to come back. Like
Black guy
has to come back.
What if Black Guy's Tijuana's brother?
What if?
Or what if Black Guy is Tijuana's wife?
And for viewers that don't know, the Black Guy is the Black Guy at the
odds
very
are
first episode.
First episode, the guy was there like once.
Yeah.
And then, what if he found a way to cure them, and then that's her?
That didn't really work.
That would work.
I know, obviously.
But that would be...
But all the next episode craps is Zauce.
Oh,
I don't want to wait a week. I do not.
That was a dick move on the producer's part for like cutting it right there. Because basically, like, we cut off his leg. Oh shit! Episode's done. Like, that's legit how it ended. It was like 2 seconds of like realization.
Holy shit!
They might as well just.
That's what the guy said.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah, he said "holy shit" because he just watched
a guy
cut off his leg.
I think the worst part was like when Rick had that face of like, do I really have to cut his leg off? And he's like, yep, gotta get it.
Do you think, alright, if I was a prisoner and I saw that, I would be like, alright, these people just cut up that
guy. At least now they look like they're established.
Yeah.
Like they'll murder people. Because they just cut a guy's leg off who's on their side.
But and then them saying like, oh, someone's playing a game on us and like all this crap's in the next episode thing. I hope that's like next season, or like overall.
I feel like I think that was just like an overall season.
Yeah, that's
if they put all that, that'd be a very husky.
That would be a husky episode. Then the helicopter guy was like, Zauce, where do you get helicopters?
Assuming season 4 happens, how much more intense? Because that's get progressively more intense.
It'll just be like cheers.
Cyborgs.
I want him to fight a tank like on Left 4 Dead.
What if there's a mutation?
Starting to add special infected.
That's true.
They might get
they're not gonna have retarded ones like smokers that have never had.
They'll have mutations, big mutations though. Like they'll have a really bulky maybe zombie. I don't know.
They can have like thugs on Dead Island.
Yeah, that would probably be the closest because it could just be like some jacked guy that turned into a zombie.
But they did have a boomer.
He was just so good.
That was just a well zombie.
Yeah.
He was a sponge.
Well zombie was so gross.
That was probably one of the grossest moments.
That or when they had to bathe themselves in zombies.
Yeah, I think your least favorite was when that guy
shut up.
And it literally went through the knee.
Also, does it really gross you guys out when they showed their flesh getting eaten?
No.
It's just stretchy and just pull.
The grossest thing out of this episode was whenever Rick took off the helmet of the guy,
and the guy's
face skin, the skin came off,
and then they're dumping out the face juice on the gloves and helmets.
That was
grody.
Yeah, but I didn't imagine flesh was so malleable.
Yeah,
John, can I just try eating a chunk of your arm? I'm not infected, so you won't die.
That's true.
It still hurt.
John,
can I keep my arm?
Say the 4 of us were in that prison and our Herschel
was just Carl. I would not do that.
Some random guy, just some 5th guy we found along the way. Who would have to cut off his leg? Because I think
I'll do it.
I would honestly though, if it came down to it, I would cut off one of your guys' leg.
You guys didn't even want to throw out our smelly garbage.
Yeah.
But you're going to cut a guy's leg off.
Because the garbage thing was just it smells.
I feel like Matt would be the last to do it.
Are you kidding? I would definitely cut off your leg. I for sure would.
I feel like you would be the last. Yeah,
you would be the last.
I'd be the last in terms of Zauce. I feel like you'd be so Zaucy about it.
I would be. No, I would
start crying.
I would be Zaucy. I would be very Zaucy afterwards, but I would do it. I would get it done, be like, okay, whatever, and then I would probably go in the corner and cry. But
I would just want to kill someone. I don't care about the leg. In a zombie apocalypse.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna
Zauce. Well, that was intense. They kept going from intense to just talking, and then back
that way it was spaced out. So
it made it feel longer, which I kind of.
But they did the job of a first episode, which is poke us, and they definitely did that. Hopefully that's still recording.
Yeah, I just dimmed.
Okay.
Zauce. Walking
Out of the sake of having too husky of a video, I think we should stop.
Are we gonna talk more after the next episode, or?
Yeah, we'll make this Walking Dead. So we'll see you guys next Monday whenever it comes out online. So this is
pristine.
Zauce Industries.